In my neck of the US, today is expected to be just about the hottest day we've had all year long. So if you're out planting or working cattle or doing any other kind of farm maintenance, be sure to not let the sun cook you. Stay hydrated. And if you need to take 5, well, the time spent watching this new ground video should just about cover you. New Ground is AGDAILY's video series looking at everything that's interesting in the world of agriculture. My name is Ryan Tips. I'm the managing editor for AGDAILY. And today we're going to start off with something that's a little bit dicey, if only because it's a lot of they said versus they said, and it's really hard to know exactly where the truth lies. In a recent report, the House Select Subcommittee on the Coronavirus Crisis found that meat processing and packing companies worked closely with allies in the Trump administration to help keep these facilities open in the early weeks of the pandemic, even to the detriment of employee health and safety. The subcommittee's report argued that food shortage claims were more manufactured than genuine, thus amplifying the urgency for workers to stay on the job and the industry to be deemed quote-unquote critical infrastructure in an executive order by President Trump. But in response, the North American Meat Institute says the report, quote, distorts the truth about the meat and poultry industry's work to protect employees during the COVID-19 pandemic. The group also said that, quote, the report ignores the rigorous and comprehensive measures companies enacted to protect employees and support their critical infrastructure workers. It certainly wouldn't be the first time that we've heard of a company putting profits before all else. But the truth, I feel, is probably a little more nuanced than that, and it's unlikely this is the last time we'll be hearing about this panel report. President Biden's decision to appoint Alexis Taylor, who is currently the director of the Oregon Department of Agriculture, as the new undersecretary for Trade and Agricultural Affairs at the USDA, has actually drawn genuine support from many players in the agricultural industry. Representatives from major ag groups such as the National Corn Growers Association and the National Association of State Departments of Ag praised her nomination. Taylor is an Iowa native, a U.S. Army reservist, and she oversaw the USDA's Farm and Foreign Agricultural Services before moving to Oregon and being appointed as the director of their ag department. Taylor has to go through the confirmation process in the U.S. Senate before formally being installed in the position. So we'll see how all of this plays out. You've likely heard about this already, but in case you haven't, Busch Light cans are now trading some of their silver and blue coloring for a stunning John Deere green. The For the Farmers campaign includes a run of limited edition John Deere beer cans, while also pledging to support Farm Rescue, a foundation that focuses on aiding farmers in crisis. Busch Light, whose parent company is Anheuser-Busch InBev, will be donating $1 to Farm Rescue for every pack sold, up to $200,000 in partnership with Deere. The cans and displays that Busch Light has set up look really cool. And Anheuser-Busch has come a long way since its 2019 No Corn Syrup ad campaign that really ticked off a lot of farmers. They've done so much to make amends, and I wish more companies did this kind of thing. Especially during planting and harvest season, there is a wealth of messaging about safety on roadways, both directed at farmers who are driving huge machines and at the sometimes impatient drivers who are out there with them. However, rarely is this messaging directed at cyclists or other pedestrians, at least until this week. A long criticism of how cyclists can act dangerously around farm equipment was posted to the Facebook page Farmers Against Misinformation. And in just a few days, it has drawn over 16,000 shares, 10,000 comments, and 43,000 reactions. It is certifiably viral, particularly when you consider how niche the farming industry is. The criticism in the post is largely centered on too many cyclists not sharing the road and riding two abreast, even when large agricultural machinery is approaching. Bottom line, safety this time of year should be everyone's priority. Please be careful out there. That wraps up New Ground for the day. Keep an eye on agdaily.com and all of our social channels to stay up to date to everything farming, ranching, rural that there is to know out there. Take care.